Guys, what's up? So, once again, the fires are still going. The fires in LA are not done. This has been going on since what, January 5th or 6th? This is really sad and scary, and just another sign of weird weather in diverse places. And crazy hurricanes in North and South Carolina. Florida is snowed over right now. New Orleans has snow everywhere, which they never ever have. It's weird weather, guys, and it's not just because of CO2 and us driving to work with a gas vehicle. And of course, the mass deportations have begun with Trump. Over 538 illegal aliens were arrested, and all of them have violent backgrounds, of course, which is good. So you don't want these people roaming your streets. But again, it's just the beginning of something bigger, I think, and then he sends 1,500 troops to the border. It's kind of what the liberals fear about the over-militarization of America that concerns them. And I understand those concerns too. The right-wing people are like, well, if you have nothing to hide, then who cares? But that's not real freedom, is it? You shouldn't have to be scared of your government, and they shouldn't have to approach every single Hispanic just to see if their paperwork is in order. And it is going to be 100% racial profiling. Versus the actual leads that they have. Don't get me wrong. I love America. I love our borders. Love the Second Amendment. But these can be stepping stones to something else. And the crazy fires in California, was it arson? Or was it deliberate? Or is it God? Or is it both? I don't know. It's just happening. And the fact that it is happening is a sign. Okay, guys? But we have to trust in God. Even if we do this guy, he had a channel, Marty Leeds 33, and he does the English gematria like this: A B C D E F G 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then it goes back down H I J K L M, which is 6 5 4 3 2 1, and then you start again from N to Z. You do the same thing, and you do find some crazy stuff. He has a great channel. It was taken down, sadly, and then he had to restart it up. But then he got into the whole flat earth thing, and then I kind of fell off when that happened. But either way, this gematria is still interesting. The Christ in English, not just Hebrew or Greek, the English can be spiritual too. The Christ, if you multiply all the letters, it's 18,900. The square root of that, of which is 137.48. And we all know 137 is the fine structure constant, which is necessary to calculate the speed of light. Okay, Jesus is the light of the world, and his name hides it, and so does Yud He Vav He. We've gone into that as well. So yeah, we need to trust in God and look at these deeper codes. Instead of just have faith, let's start proving this stuff to the people with no faith, so they can maybe get off their high horse, and see what's going on. Now this, we need to understand as well, this whole country is one big Illuminati, Freemason-run organization, one system, and the Titanic specifically was about killing all of the politicians who were against central banking. And then of course JP Morgan just happened to cancel his reservation like the day before, okay, and then he survived because this was all planned.
In order to create the central bank, certain obstacles had to be overcome. First, those opposed to a central bank would need to be removed. And secondly, the law would need to be changed, or simply appear to be changed. To deal with the troublesome individuals who opposed a central bank, the Jesuits spared no expense. They built a ship of death called the Titanic.
The sinking of the Titanic was a design of the Jesuit order to get rid of the opposition to the creation of a central bank in the United States.
And the men on the Titanic were opposed to a central bank. They had to die. Among those were John Jacob Astor, Isidor Straus, Benjamin Guggenheim, and a host of other millionaires who were opposed to a central bank in America. Therefore, they had to be taken out.
So this isn't conspiracy, this is fact. It just happens to be that the famous politicians who are against the central banking system of the Freemason Illuminati were on the Titanic, and anyone who was for the central banking system and filling their pockets was not on the Titanic. Okay, so we need to start thinking of things historically instead of Hollywood. You think of Titanic, you think of a 3-hour Leonardo DiCaprio movie, a romance. No, the Titanic is a conspiracy set up to build this new world order globalist country that we're slowly becoming. Speaking of which, Francis Bacon, godfather to America, Thomas Jefferson was so profoundly influenced by Bacon's writings that he thought he was fulfilling Bacon's dreams as summarized in the New Atlantis by founding the United States. He would keep a portrait of Francis Bacon in his room, guys. Okay. Oh, and Jefferson was a Freemason. And what do we say? Bacon was the founding father of modern day speculative Freemasonry, as other Masons have confirmed. And so he hides the Masonic clues in his plays, illustrated by Alfred Dodd's many books. And Washington, of course, is a Freemason. They're all in it to win it. They're all in this together, okay? And that's why people go to Oak Island and think Francis Bacon's remains are there, because he did secretly come to America a couple times on a ship. Excuse me. He was a sailor. Oh, and Teddy Roosevelt was also a Freemason, okay? So let's not get it twisted. Have some kind of fake patriotism just because it makes you feel better. You know what makes me feel better? Not getting lied to. I don't care if God comes down tomorrow. You know, I want to see it for myself. Don't tell me something that makes you feel good without going over it, you know, and proving it to me. And of course, I didn't know that Nietzsche was a Baconian until years later, until I just started studying this stuff. I've been studying Nietzsche since 2004. Over 20 years, Nietzsche has been my philosophical backbone, essentially. And of course, there's a Venus transit in 2004, and people are supposed to find their teachers at that time. So anyway, all these quotes are showing how Nietzsche also believed Francis Bacon was Shakespeare. So, and Nietzsche, his hunches are usually right. If you think William Shakespeare wrote Shakespeare, look at his handwriting, dude. The only remaining signatures of the real William Shakespeare. Look at it. Does this look like a writer to you? Does this look like someone who could write 37 of the greatest plays in the English language, or perhaps of any language? Does this look like a writer to you? Shakespeare is just he's a fake. He's a scapegoat. He's an uneducated door holder. He worked at the theaters, but he did not write any of those plays. Francis Bacon did. Okay, but that's a whole other thing. And if we get deeper into his astrology, William Lilly, super famous astrologer of Bacon's time, he calculated Bacon's date of birth, or time of birth, as 7:30 a.m. And that was 2 days ago, January 22nd, 2/22, 1561. And if we look at that, he is ascendant in Pisces, sun in Aquarius, right here. And Uranus close to the Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. But he's got power issues, see? He's got moon on the Aries Taurus cusp. So he might seem like a genius Aquarius, but he's actually his emotions, he wants power. And he's like the top Freemason of everyone. People fucking worship this guy. Okay, I know he's a genius, but I'm not going to create a shrine to him. Okay, and then here's my chart. By the way, I'm just comparing it. I also have Pisces ascendant with my sun in Aquarius in the 12th house. So sun in the 12th house means you're kind of more in touch with your mystical side. You like solitude. You need to be alone. And you have kind of a deeper concern than most people about life and reality. And Uranus is in Sagittarius as well. And you know what they say about Uranus Sagittarius? Revolutionary proceedings occur at a breakneck pace. And Bacon, he's writing his books. He's doing law. He's writing the Shakespeare plays. He's studying with John Dee, the great mystic, getting all the secret Masonic codes of old times and encoding them in his own works. Anyway, that's just that. This is Swedenborg. It's very interesting. Actually, I need to put my glasses on for this one. I'm trying to pretend like I don't need my glasses. Maybe I should use my contacts every now and then. So in this passage of Isaiah 19:23, it says, "On that day, the end times, there will be a pathway from Egypt into Assyria, so that Assyria can go into Egypt and Egypt into Assyria. The Egyptians will serve with Assyria. On that day also, Israel will be part of a group of 3 with Egypt and Syria, a blessing in the middle of the land." So Swedenborg, 1700 mystic who believed he saw spirits and angels, and he was also a scientist, so it's kind of weird. He said Egypt means scholarly study. Assyria is the rational faculty. Edom is the earth aspect. Moab is the contamination of what is good. So here we go. He breaks down Isaiah 19. It's not talking about some historical thing, Egypt into Assyria, Assyria into Egypt. Why is the Holy Bible mentioning this boring kind of stuff? Because it's not boring, and it's deeply symbolic of other things. Swedenborg says spiritually we have to look at the Bible spiritually, not just historically or intellectually, but spiritually. These words mean that when the Lord's coming occurs, scholarly study, Egypt, rationality, Assyria, and spirituality, Israel, are going to become one. Okay, scholarly study will then serve rationality, and both of them will serve spirituality. It's saying at the end times, we can finally be logical about spirituality. It's not just faith anymore, it's proof. Okay, so Swedenborg is saying at the end of times, studying will actually bring you closer to God. And this is literally the definition of what my channel tries to do. And of course, what is Swedenborg? An Aquarius, year of the rabbit, just like myself. Okay? And Swedenborg says, what I've been saying since 2012, in the spirit world, feelings are communal rather than individual. We're sharing each other's feelings. We're not all just separated and then we talk to express ourselves. No, our feelings are not private in heaven. Okay? So it's literally about your vibe. Okay? And their thoughts originate in and are driven by their feelings. This is in his book Apocalypse Revealed, guys. When I read that, I obviously underlined it very intensely because that is what I had been suspecting myself and sometimes experiencing. Okay, back in 2012 I made that video, what if we shared each other's thoughts? Okay, and I had just been reading Swedenborg at the time. Oh yeah, I just googled Godowist, and I forgot that I was a meme. Signs up for astronomy class, brings horoscopes to lecture. Oh, this even got 300 shares. So my weird looking tired face is some meme, like for some people who hate pseudoscience or astrology. So I just thought that was funny. Oh, look how dark my hair was back then. I'm wearing backwards caps. I still love my rap though, but I'm not like yo. I was never Jesse Pinkman, like saying yo, but it was a different time. I think that was a 2009 video. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. If that's going to be my cultural effect on the world, so be it. MLK, Christian, pro-gun, anti-abortion. He was all that the left loves to hate. Sometimes people forget this. But they're dated, non-timeless opinions. Okay. And I was watching the inaugural address. I was wondering, why are there 3 S's right here? It was there the whole time. They never fixed it, guys. Inaugural address with 3 S's of Donald Trump. I don't know what it means, but what I do know is that it's not a coincidence, guys. It could be SSS for the 666 because it starts with the letter S. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's essentially what it means. The SSS stands for 666 because it starts with the letter S. Okay? It's just another wheel in the cog. Joe Biden's the beast, Kamala's the beast, Bill Clinton's the beast, Hillary Clinton's the beast, Obama somewhere. His wife didn't even show up to the inauguration because she's so professional. But anyway, that's what I think this means. The 3 S's is the 666 beast. He's perpetuating the beast system. And then what did Trump do? Just one of his executive orders was to make America the AI hub of the world. And we're going to make all these huge nuclear reactors just to power AI. How is this not setting up some kind of Terminator Skynet situation? Some Matrix situation where AI gets too much concentration and then it takes over. And then it fights the aliens for us because we're too stupid to do anything by ourselves anymore. Trump will be the president to push this New World Order agenda. And yet he's talking about ending relations with the United Nations. And if he does end relations and he tariffs every country and they all team up against us, that's even further confirmation of the end times. In Revelation, the 10 horns are the 10 kingdoms, and they go defeat and invade the daughter of Babylon. Okay? And Trump is giving all these countries a reason to be pissed at Trump. Oh, America first. Okay, well, countries are like, well, fuck America. Let's all secretly plan behind your backs to invade you when some asteroid hits the San Diego power plants, the San Onofre power plants in California. Okay, there's the sign of California being on fire. This is just the beginning of a worldwide fire. Okay, the Mayans talked about 5 different ages. One age died by the flood, and the next age will die by what? Fire. Earthquakes. Tsunamis on the east coast, earthquakes on the west. And then the gas line will crack in Texas, and then it'll be smog and top fallout everywhere. Okay. And then I was watching Pedro Pascal, and this chick who's in that show with him, The Last of Us, she literally asked him in this video, why do you keep putting your hand here? Because he did it like 3 times. The video shows that. And he said, it helps my anxiety. No, it doesn't. You're a Freemason puppet, and you're rich and famous because you're in a secret society that allowed you to be that. Okay? And he does the hand signal every 5 seconds to show his allegiance to the Freemasons, like we've been showing over and over and over again. And then, of course, we got Maroon 5 with the V. Like it's, oh, well, that's their band name. Well, why is their band name 5? It's for the 5th age coming. Okay? Book of Daniel talks about Nebuchadnezzar's dreams, and at the last age, it's taken down. The 5th age, the whole statue of Nebuchadnezzar is taken down, and it represents the ages of mankind. Okay? The 5th age is what all the Illuminati are waiting for, because that's when Satan or the aliens are exposed or something or other. Got it? And then, of course, you have this climate chick. She's like, well, I don't know, she's like 16 finally. But yeah, this is supposed to be oil or something, to represent oil and pollution. But we all know it's the black goo. It's the friggin' black goo in all the aliens movies. In all the shows, even in SpongeBob, there's a black goo. In the X-Files, there's a black goo that somehow changes our DNA, mixes iron with clay. Once again, the Book of Daniel. Don't mix iron with clay or mechanics with flesh. And of course, one of her eyes is covered for the one eye satanic worship that we see constantly everywhere, especially on your $1 bill. So Eye of Lucifer on your currency, guys. It's clear as day. Once you know, you can't unknow this. Okay, and then lastly, of course, we got Paul McCartney doing the Freemason hand again. The hand is in there. Is your hand cold, Paul? Why is your hand in there for this image for your album cover? Oh, it's to what? Oh, to represent your allegiance to Satan and being famous. You're a brilliant songwriter. That's fine. But we have to distinguish between talent and what are you doing this for? What are you perpetuating? And he's, of course, a communist anti-gunner. Okay, so let's end it off with this. 10 seconds.
Also claiming a victory.
We've had a dozen prosecutions, but we're very proud that when the law took effect last month, we got the first felony conviction under Penal Code 666.1 in the States.
All the district attorneys and law.
Penal Code 666.1.
Penal Code 666.1. The beast system is coming, guys. Well, it's already here, but it's going to swallow us whole unless we have faith in God. You cannot stop the New World Order. God wants it. What does the Bible say? Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. That means there's no heaven coming down from the skies. Oh, Jesus in the clouds. What, is Jesus coming to your town? Or is he going to China? Or is he going to Europe? How is Jesus coming down from the clouds as one guy? Just, hey, what's up? I'm here. So yeah, be nice, everyone. Y'all need to get rid of all your prejudices. If you're atheist, get rid of your prejudice. That's some guy's literally coming down. If you're Christian, get rid of your prejudice. That's some guy is coming down out of the sky. That's not what's going to happen. The rapture is spiritual. It'll involve our pineal glands. We'll get the hell out of here while the aliens invade and AI fights back and it's hell on earth. Earth is not where you want to be. You want to be in the new heaven because there's going to be a new earth and it's not going to be a good earth, guys. Okay. I think we went over enough. Just if you're anxious or whatever, just calm down. What does the Bible say? Be still and know I am God. Know that after all these things, that is signs that he's coming. I'll say it 1,000,000 times. If the world was perfect, then God isn't real. Because all this crazy shit is happening, that proves the Bible is real, and that proves that we are correct. We just keep getting proven right. We're the ones winning, not Trumpers, not liberals. Truthers are winning because we are exposing both sides of the aisle. They're both run by the beast, and Trump is the mask of, oh, it's American values, what's so bad about America? No, it's all a facade. Okay, take it easy, guys.